So I got done watching Parasite over a few hours ago. Maybe around 4:30 or something like that. I had to text some friends about what I was doing on my day off. So I watched Parasite today. It was a 2-hour long movie. Normally I don't really watch 2-hour long movies, but this one was pretty worth it. So basically, it was just about a family of con artists, or scammers, if you will, living in, I want to say poverty. I want to say that they're poor, but that's insulting. I'll just say that they come from the hood. Yeah, let's just say the hood. I don't like the word the ghetto. So they come from not so well off background, and they hear about this rich family, and they have everything they need, a house, shelter, and everything like that. So of course they scam the tutors out of their jobs, and once they scam the tutor, the driver, and of course the caretaker lady, they get their jobs. Everything has been going great until one night the caretaker lady Chung Suk, no, that's not her name, I forgot her name. The caretaker lady with the glasses comes back to the house and says that she forgot something. Now in that moment, I just yelled at the TV saying, "Don't let her in! Don't let her in! Do not let her in!" I was thinking to myself, oh my God, is she drunk? Does she know about what we did to her? Now, of course, they let her in. They let her into this hidden bunker that none of them knew about. Now, when they get to the bunker, they find this man who has been living inside that bunker for over 4 years. Long story short, they were in deep debt. They were in deep debt. They used to run this Taiwanese cake shop, but somehow it went out of business, and they've been living, or the caretaker's lady husband has been living in that bunker ever since. I know, it's crazy. You guys probably have seen this movie over 3 years. And like 3 years ago, I didn't, because I thought it was one of those horror movies, and I don't particularly like horror. Now, it wasn't really a horror movie. It had a bittersweet ending. And believe it or not, I of course liked it. So during that time, as the caretaker lady and Chung Suk and the husband were arguing whether or not to keep the husband in the bunker for the remaining period of time, all Chung Suk had to do was to go downstairs maybe once or twice a week just to bring him some food. But they were interrupted by the other three. Oh my God. I just yelled at the TV saying, "Why didn't you just stay upstairs and let your wife handle it?" But it's too late now. The caretaker knows that they're scammers, and she is going to report all of them to the lady of the house to see what she's gonna do. Report them all to the cops and stuff. They had that little fight going on, back and forth, yada, yada, yada. And as soon as the caretaker lady and her husband won, they had the family go against the wall with their hands up. all of a sudden the phone rings. So as they were fighting, Chung-suk goes to the phone and answers the phone. And apparently the camping trip of the rich family didn't really go all that well. So they're coming home in in 8 minutes. This is where I started to panic. Like, how are they supposed to get everything cleaned in 8 minutes? So the family from the not so good neighborhood has to hide the caretaker lady and her husband down in the basement. All these types of shenanigans, not really doing a good job of cleaning up, but who has time for that, you know? Now, the rich family finally comes home, and in a way, I thought that I thought Chung-suk's family was going to get caught, but turns out everything worked out pretty well, honestly. Once the wife and the husband were finally, the rich wife and husband were finally settled in, all huddled up in the couch, they started talking about Chung-suk's husband, talking about how he smelled and stuff like that. That's very rude. But of course, they don't know that he's under the table, but you can just tell by his expression. It really hurts his feelings, including the next day where the lady of the house, the rich woman, is covering her nose, putting down the window. Chung-suk's husband starts smelling himself. And you can just tell by the look on his face that he really is hurt. So, we go to the part where Da-sung's birthday is finally the day. Da-sung's dad and Chung-suk's husband is hiding in the bushes with the Indian crowns on top of their heads, planning to spook Da-sung. As they were getting ready to spook the small boy, the husband of the caretaker lady comes up out of the basement after he literally bludgeons Ki Jung's sibling. I'm sorry, it's hard to keep track of all these names in a 2-hour film. All of a sudden, he kills Ki Jung out of nowhere. And I was like, oh my god, did he really just kill her? Not a lot of time left, okay. The ending was pretty bittersweet, in my opinion. Only Ki Jung's and his mom and, of course, his dad is still alive. Ki Jung's, Ki Jung is dead. Yeah, the daughter is dead. But Chung-suk's husband is still alive. He's just hiding in the basement, where he and his son are communicating through, of course, Morse code. So yeah, this movie was pretty good. It wasn't really a thriller. It was more like a lesson. It was more like a movie that tells you, would you rather live in this beautiful, rich, luxury home, or would you rather live in the slums? So yeah, that's all I have to say. There's a lot to say about this movie, and bye.